Hello, ladies, and welcome to our new Bible reading series. I'm Cindra Enlow from heavenlyplace.com, and this year, as we read through the Bible, we'll explore God's incredible story of love and redemption. If you're looking for a Bible reading plan that's simple and doable, this is it. So let's get started and discover the heart of God together, one chapter at a time. Hello, ladies, and welcome back to our one-year Bible reading plan. This is week 34, day 4. And our scheduled reading for today is Psalm 74, Psalm 79, and then 2 Kings chapter 24. So in our last reading, we saw Jerusalem fall, just as Jeremiah had warned. King Zedekiah was captured, just as Jeremiah had told him he would be. The city was burned, and many were taken into exile. But God didn't forget about Jeremiah. He protected him, and he provided for him. And that reminds us that even in the middle of judgment, God cares for those who stay faithful. In today's reading, we're going to see the grief that came with that fall. Psalm 74 is a cry from Asaph, which was written during the destruction of the temple. He's heartbroken. He sees the sanctuary has been defiled. Enemies have come into the house of God, and it seems like God is turned away. But in the middle of the lament, Asaph remembers who God is. He's the one who split the sea. He crushed the heads of monsters, and he rules the day and night. It's just a reminder that even when everything looks destroyed, God is still God. No matter what's going on in our circumstances, God is still in his heaven, and all is right with the world. In Psalm 79, it continues the cry of, "How long, O Lord? How long?" which is a plea for mercy. The psalmist doesn't pretend that they don't deserve judgment, but he's begging for God to forgive them, for his forgiveness and his mercy for his name's sake. He is desiring God's compassion to cover them once again. And then we're going to see in 2 Kings 24 more of the historical account of how Judah fell. King Jehoiakim rebelled against Babylon and has set in motion everything Jeremiah had prophesied. Nebuchadnezzar comes and groves of people are taken into exile, including the young prophet Daniel, who we'll read about later. And here's where we see the heart of God. He allows consequences, but he doesn't forget mercy. Even in destruction, there's still a cry, and he still hears. Okay, ladies, let's get started with our reading. Psalms chapters 74 and 79, and then 2 Kings chapter 24.
Psalm 74. Maskil. Of Asaph. Of God, why have you put us away from you forever? Why is the fire of your wrath smoking against the sheep who are your care? Keep in mind your band of worshippers, for whom you gave payment in the days which are past, whom you took for yourself as the people of your heritage, even this mountain of Zion, which has been your resting place. Go up and see the unending destruction, all the evil which your haters have done in the holy place, sending out their voices like lions among your worshippers. They have put up their signs to be seen. They are cutting down, like a man whose blade is lifted up against the thick trees. Your doors are broken down with hammers and iron blades. They have put on fire your holy place. They have made the place of your name unclean, pulling it down to the earth. They have said in their hearts, "Let us put an end to them altogether." They have given over to the fire all God's places of worship in the land. We do not see our signs. There is no longer any prophet, or anyone among us to say, "How long, O God, how long will those who are against us say cruel things? Will the hater go on looking down on your name forever? Why are you keeping back your hand, and covering your right hand in your robe? For from the past God is my king, working salvation in the earth. The sea was parted in two by your strength. The heads of the great sea beasts were broken. The heads of the great snake were crushed by you. You gave them as food to the fishes of the sea. You made valleys for fountains and springs. You made the ever-flowing rivers dry. The day is yours and the night is yours. You made the light and the sun. By you all the limits of the earth were fixed. You have made summer and winter. Keep this in mind, O Lord, that your haters have said cruel things, and that your name has been looked down on by a people of evil behavior. O give not the soul of your dove to the hawk, let not the life of the poor go out of your memory forever. Keep in mind your undertaking, for the dark places of the earth are full of pride and cruel acts. O let not the crushed be turned back in shame, let the low man and the poor give praise to your name. Up, O God, be the judge of your cause. Keep in mind the bitter things which the man of evil behavior says against you every day. Keep in mind the voice of your haters, the outcry of those who come against you goes up every day. Psalm 79. A Psalm of Asaph. O God, the nations have come into your heritage, they have made your holy temple unclean, they have made Jerusalem a mass of broken walls. They have given the bodies of your servants as food to the birds of the air, and the flesh of your saints to the beasts of the earth. Their blood has been flowing like water round about Jerusalem. There was no one to put them in their last resting place. We are looked down on by our neighbors, we are laughed at and made sport of by those who are around us. How long, O Lord? Will you be angry forever? Will your wrath go on burning like fire? Let your wrath be on the nations who have no knowledge of you, and on the kingdoms who have not made prayer to your name. For they have taken Jacob for their meat, and made waste his house. Do not keep in mind against us the sins of our fathers, let your mercy come to us quickly, for we have been made very low. Give us help, O God of our salvation, for the glory of your name. Take us out of danger and give us forgiveness for our sins, because of your name. Why may the nations say, where is their God? Let payment for the blood of your servants be made openly among the nations before our eyes. Let the cry of the prisoner come before you, with your strong arm make free the children of death, and give punishment 7 times over into the breast of our neighbors for the bitter words which they have said against you, O Lord. So we your people, and the sheep of your flock, will give you glory forever. We will go on praising you through all generations. The Second Book of Kings. Chapter 24. In his days, Nebuchadnezzar, king of Babylon, came up, and Jehoiakim was his servant for 3 years. Then he took up arms against him. And the Lord sent against him bands of the Chaldeans and of the Edomites and of the Moabites and of the children of Ammon, sending them against Judah for its destruction, as he had said by his servants the prophets. Only by the word of the Lord did this fate come on Judah, to take them away from before his face, because of the sins of Manasseh and all the evil he did, and because of the death of those who had done no wrong, for he made Jerusalem full of the blood of the upright, and the Lord had no forgiveness for it. Now the rest of the acts of Jehoiakim, and all he did, are they not recorded in the book of the history of the kings of Judah? So Jehoiakim went to rest with his fathers, and Jehoiakim his son became king in his place. And the king of Egypt did not come out of his land again, for the king of Babylon had taken all his country, from the stream of Egypt to the river Euphrates. Jehoiakim was 18 years old when he became king. He was ruling in Jerusalem for 3 months, and his mother's name was Nehushta, the daughter of Elnathan of Jerusalem. He did evil in the eyes of the Lord, as his father had done. At that time the armies of Nebuchadnezzar came up to Jerusalem, and the town was shut in on every side. And Nebuchadnezzar, king of Babylon, came there, while his servants were shutting in the town. Then Jehoiakim, king of Judah, went out to the king of Babylon, with his mother and his servants and his chiefs and his unsexed servants, and in the 8th year of his rule the king of Babylon took him. And he took away all the stored wealth of the Lord's house, and the goods from the king's storehouse, cutting up all the gold vessels which Solomon, king of Israel, had made in the house of the Lord, as the Lord had said. And he took away all the people of Jerusalem and all the chiefs and all the men of war, 10,000 prisoners, and all the expert workmen and the metal workers. Only the poorest sort of the people of the land were not taken away. He took Jehoiakim a prisoner to Babylon, with his mother and his wives and his unsexed servants and the great men of the land. He took them all as prisoners from Jerusalem to Babylon. And all the men of war, 7,000 of them, and 1,000 expert workmen and metal workers, all of them strong and able to take up arms, the king of Babylon took away as prisoners into Babylon. And the king of Babylon made Mattaniah, his father's brother, king in place of Jehoiakim, changing his name to Zedekiah. Zedekiah was 21 years old when he became king, and he was king in Jerusalem for 11 years. His mother's name was Hamutal, daughter of Jeremiah of Libnah. He did evil in the eyes of the Lord, as Jehoiakim had done. And because of the wrath of the Lord, this came about in Jerusalem and Judah, till he had sent them all away from before him. And Zedekiah took up arms against the king of Babylon,